Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. This is the double up. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. He's the runner. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. AKA the gunner. Bye-up, bye-up, bye-ya-e-ya-e-ya-e-ya-e-up. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Man, welcome back to Gunners Collective mid-afternoon. You already know what it is, man. The double up. We're going to get it in 2 times for your mind. We're going to roll on these Daytons. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Let's put that notification bell to all so that way you're abreast of all the dope content that I'm bringing. And I highly appreciate all the support, all the acknowledgement, everything that I'm getting, man, from the gente, from the brothers, from the woods, from everybody, man, that chooses to watch Gunners Collective, man, for so long now, 3 years and going. And I appreciate the gente, man, so much. Man, we got to live strong and we got to live together. It is what it is. Can I get in? One time for your mind. In a manual style and direct fashion, you guys see that thumbnail, so you already know what it's about. I wanted to talk about a situation, right? I wanted to talk about a real life situation. And the situation is, have you yourself ever woke up in a pool of blood? In a puddle of blood, man? Have you guys ever woke up and not remembered what happened, how you got there, what took place, what prior events led you to that or led you to your demise? There's people that haven't woke up. There's motherfuckers still sleeping right now as we speak. I myself have woke up several times in a pool of blood. I've taken several L's in my life. I'm not a winner. Okay, I haven't won in life yet. And I'm still striving, but we'll see how that ends up. But I wanted to tell you guys a few stories, little comedic, little funny, man. Just, you know, bless your afternoon with a little something, something. You know, I wanted to talk about, you know, situations that I found myself in. I've told a lot of stories on YouTube, man. I've had a lot of content. You guys can go to my archives, look through my videos, man, and you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll shout, you'll hate me, you'll like me, you'll love me, you'll fucking want to kill me. There's a lot that's went on Gunners Collective. But the truth of the matter is, you know, it's never a laughing matter when you wake up fucked up, right? When you wake up in a pool of blood, and it's happened to me several times in my life. I should not be here. Let's just be straight up and let's be real. I shouldn't be here. There's so many situations that I've went through on my own, man, by myself, solo bolo, like a sideways leaning cholo, that I should not be here, man. I'm an anomaly. You know, it's a miracle. I mean, milagro right there, fucking gunner, right? It's a miracle that I'm here to even be on YouTube or to even talk to the gente or even be around for my children's sake, for my family's sake, for my sake. Because a lot of the roads that I've taken in my lifetime, man, could have led to my demise. There's been a lot of situations where I was on the brink, homie, and if one thing or another didn't save me, and believe me, I did a lot of praying, I'd have been gone, right? I'd have been gone with the wind. And we all go through our hardships. We all go through the bullshit. There's people that their stories are way crazier than mine. They've went through shit that I've never even experienced. But with me and mine and what I've went through, I could pretty much say, Sasuke, I don't wish it upon no man. Now, I've woken up in a pool of blood several times. First time being, or not even the first time shit, because it's been so many times. Since I was a young kid, man, I've experienced some hardships. I've experienced some things that are pretty crazy. You know, I remember the first time being stabbed in the youth authority, and I got stabbed twice in the youth authority. Actually, 3 times, to tell you the truth. One time I was scraped in a riot, so that didn't count. We don't even count melees, right? We're just counting one-on-one personal things. And I was stabbed twice, you know, and in both those situations, man, I was pretty scared, man. You know, I thought, this is it. This is where I end up, man. This is what happens, you know. But it didn't stop me. It didn't stop me from gangbanging. It didn't change my ways of thinking. If anything, it made me a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more madder at the world. So I continued on. But you can never get used to waking up in a pool of blood. You know, I remember when I was being stabbed, you know, I didn't feel it. I didn't know my adrenaline was pumping. I was fighting. I was doing what I had to do. And then the cop slammed me on the top of my head. I was like, so motherfucker, stop, right? And the cop was on my back. I'm maced up. I'm slammed. My adrenaline's pumping, so you don't really feel it. And there was blood gushing from my arm everywhere. I was in a pool of my own blood. And I remember telling the cops, get off my back, you piece of shit. You cracked my head open. And he said, stop it. You've been stabbed. You've been stabbed. He kind of let me know the situation of what was going on. And then I started to recollect. The adrenaline started to die down, and I started to remember, oh shit, right? Started to try to hold my breath so I didn't bleed as much. And that's a scar I'm going to live with forever. It's tainted my life in so many different ways, more than one, believe that. I remember a situation being stabbed in prison, sliced on my arm. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen my tattoos, up close and personal. I know a lot of people like to dissect everything about me. But I actually have a scar that goes from my elbow all the way across my forearm, to which I've tattooed stitches over it. And that, I was involved in a pegada. For those of you that don't know what pegada means, that means a removal or a stabbing. And I was involved in one where I was actually the hitter. I was actually one of the aggressors. And we were doing a removal. Actually, not a removal, but I was trying to get rid of this guy from 1 yard and get the fuck onto whatever yard they put you on. And in the midst of doing that, I didn't know that he also had a razor. Of course, he's strapped up. I wasn't thinking. I'm thinking I'm going out there strapped up. All that, everything's good in the hood. Prison is prison, man. Everybody's carrying. Everybody has weaponry on them. Everybody's secured, right? I guess he did his drop and he was ready for whatever. He knew what was coming. So when I made my approach and I handled my business, he also cut me right here. I've been cut on my arm. I got the stitches, pool of my own blood, man. There was blood everywhere. Of course, you guys can't see it, but along the bottom of my eye, and these I'm just kind of telling you all my war wounds, but along the bottom of my eye, it's why I got a lazy eye. See it? See it? Why I got a lazy eye, man. I got a slice that goes from here to here, real thinly under my eye. That was also repercussions for my actions, the road I was headed down, huh? You don't think when you're a knucklehead and you're a youngster and you're out there gangbanging and doing what you do, man, you start to accumulate battle wounds, battle scars. And those are badges of honor, I guess. In the gang world, those are, trophies to some. There's people that got wounds all over them. I got a big wound on the back of my head. I got several wounds on the back of the head where my skull was shattered when I was shot in the back of the head. I also, was shot again in my foot. I got scars under where I was punctured, where I was stabbed in a riot. So many more wounds, man. But I wanted to tell you guys a story that I've never told about waking up in a pool of my own blood. Okay? This story right here, although it wasn't the most dangerous of situations, to me, it's something that I'll never forget because of how it happened and why it happened. And it happened again because of my big fucking mouth. Because I thought I was cool. I thought I was that one, right? And I was talking a whole lot of high-powered gang shit. And, I got left where I was standing or where I was laying in my own blood. So me and my homeboy Big Squeaky, rest in peace, we're going to go hit a party, right? And, usually I didn't kick back with Squeaky. And I'm going to keep it real, man. It's my homeboy. I got nothing but love for him. He's now, subsequently he's been shot, a few years ago. They came to his home, knocked on his door. He got in a shootout and he was killed. But I always remember Squeaky from YA since we were young kids. I mean, that was one of my good homeboys right there. Got a lot of love for Squeaking Goggles. That's what I called him. But anyways, I didn't like to go hang out with him because he had a bigger mouth than I did, man. He liked to talk a whole lot of gang shit and talk shit to people. And he was known around town for that, He liked to floss and always have jewelry on and be that one. So you knew if you went somewhere with him, there was going to be a lot of haters. There was going to be a lot of people that had something to say, and more than likely it was going to end up a bloody situation. Well, I'm going to talk about a pool of his blood and my blood. So he was inviting me and my homeboy Monkey to a party. Hey, let's go to a party. Homie, let's go kick it. Let's go kick it. And we didn't want to go anywhere with this dude because we already knew what time it was with him, man. There was just going to be drama, right? And back in them days, yes, you're young, you're gangbanging, you're in the mix. You want that drama, right? But this particular day, man, we weren't trying to do all that. We wanted to smoke a yak and kick on back. You know what I mean? Fuck with Dre. Guard. Fuck what he's going through, right? But the house across the street, there was a particular gang called M Street, right? And we were from dead end, all to dead end. So I won't say that our two gangs never got along. Nowadays, I hear that they're all good in the hood with each other. But we kind of just did our own thing. We lived our lives separately. Let's just say that. Two different ways of thinking. Norteño movement, of course, but two different ways of kicking it, getting down. It's just the way it was back then. Not early 90s, but late 90s, 96, 97, 98. So anyways, the homeboy's like, hey, let's go to the party. They're kicking it over there. There's hella chicks. There's this, and that. There's hella beer. We're going to go drink all their beer and come back. I'm like, nah, we're cool. We actually stood in these apartments that were right across the street. So we weren't tripping, right? It's like, whatever. So as we're kicking back, kind of like on the porch, smoking our little yak, drinking our little yak, doing our thing, we see that the party's cracking over there. It's bumping. It's jumping, right? So the homeboy's like, fuck you, want to go there? Squeaks is over there. I was like, it's drama, bro, with that dude. That dude's a loudmouth motherfucker. Even though he's the homie, and I'd have died for him, right? At the same time, I don't want to kick it with them, though. You ever had those homeboys? You'll lay your life on the line for them, but you don't want to kick it with them? That was him, right? So the homie's like, fuck it, we'll just go over there for a few minutes, snag a beer, then jam. Like, fuck it, let's go. So we walked over there. We mobbed over there. Now, we had been feeling some type of way about Squeaks because he was hanging out with people that we didn't necessarily mingle with at the time, right? So we went over there with a chip on our shoulder. I'm not going to lie. And as we went over there, man, people are kind of looking at us. We get invited into the party, but there's a little bit of discussion going on. People are whispering. We feel unwelcome, like we're not wanted, even though the door was open to us, right? And so we're kind of like mean mugging. I'm not going to lie, man. Back in the days, my neighborhood, my barrio, we thought we were better than everyone else. Just the way it was. We were the deepest, the more aggressive and biggest barrio, man. There was other people on the north side that was pulling their weight, like Lofbro and all that, but we thought we were them, right? We thought we were that one. So we went over there with the little chip on our shoulder, mean mugging, like, what's up? And there was a whole bunch of tortas over there fucking doing the ruffleization, getting their ruffles on. And there was all kinds of shit going on. But we just wanted to drink their beer, right? So we went over, grabbed the fucking pistol, and we're like, hey, what's up, Squeaky's like, hey, just kick it, fool. It's cracking. There was 6 fat chicks, 1 Asian guy in the back smoking a fucking yak, and 2 fucking black dudes. It wasn't really that much of a party, right? And a couple fucking gang members playing conquian in the living room or in the kitchen. It wasn't the type of party that we were used to. So anyways, as we go over there, Squeaky starts getting lippy, starts like trying to show off in front of these other guys. Now that's one rule that you don't do in your neighborhood, man, is you got to acknowledge your homeboys. Those are your homeboys, right? Don't be trying to show off to other motherfuckers with us. That's just how we felt. And he kept doing it and kept doing it. And so the homeboy fucking says something to him. He says something to the homeboy. Quietly as it's kept, the wind's blowing. Some red on red happened, right? He got beat up. He got left in a pool of his own blood. Bad situation. Kind of like a DP, I guess, or repercussions for his actions. I don't know. He got fucked up. So as we're mobbing across the street, there's hella homeboys on the balcony. Mind you, we went over there in long white tees. Back in the days, gangsters, that's all we wore. It was either a Cascade, Charlie Brown, or white tees, right? So we go walking across the street in our white tees, only they're not white no more, they're red. Soaked in his blood, right? Homies are like, what happened? You guys get hit? You guys get... No. We beat up Squeaky. They're like, oh shit, all right, whatever. So they're drinking. Like I said, he had that effect on homeboys. I got love for him, but that's what it was. But karma catches up. Sometimes it catches up to you slowly. Sometimes it catches up to you fast, right? So the next day, there was a taco shop. It's now called Victoria's, but back in the days, it used to be called Beto's Taco Shop. And that was the spot where everybody went and kind of like met up. It was kind of like the movie Boys in the Hood. We got a problem. Where everyone's on Crenshaw. They all meet up and cruise and kick it. That was our little meetup spot. Wasn't a big spot. But it just seemed like someone was always there you knew. So it was like cars would get there. Everyone was ordering the California burritos. They were bomb back in the days. Anyone from Merced would tell you, right? Central Valley hookup right there. So, bam, we pull up, me and the homeboys, and we're ordering from Beto's Taco Shop, right? And we see these fucking cutlasses go by. And they circle one time, and the homeboy's like, hey, you know them vatos? And I'm like, nah, fuck them dudes, right? Automatically fuck them dudes. If they're not us, it's fuck them. And then they cruise, they go over some railroad tracks down V Street or down R Street, whatever. Then they fucking flip and they come back, right? And now I'm looking like, hey, fool, I think that's fucking, and I don't even want to say the hood's name, man, because I don't want to put them on blast, but it was an enemy of ours, right? There were other northerners. I think that thing about this, right? Fuck them fools, right? So they cruise by. Then they go over the tracks and start to pull into the parking lot. So I tell the homeboy, stay on point. Are we lacking? Do we got a gun? He was like, no, we ain't got a gun. All I got is my dick in my pants, and it's small. I'm like, oh, fuck. You're losing, right? On every way. So I'm right there ordering can I get a California burrito with, I'm looking like, oh shit, right? These fools start getting out the car deep. Automatically, they rush my homeboy. So I run over there. No, right? Boom, 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 boom. A couple of my homeboys jump up out the car. We're getting down. Girls are screaming, crying. There's a torta. I remember she was wobbling to her car. She was trying to get in so she could jam. And people were just pulling out everywhere, right? No shots were being fired. It was just more of a fucking, a little melee, little fight. All I remember, man, was feeling pressure on my right side and hearing that. And I woke up, right? When I woke up, there was a bum, literally a bum, saying, hey, can you buy me a California burrito? And I was fucking leaking, right? What happened, right? He was like, I don't know. My homeboys left me. Everyone left me. I guess somewhere along the line, it's kind of like to explain the taco shop, it's like a little shop, and then you can go all the way around it. That's how you kind of pulled around. And on the right-hand side would be where all the cars parked in the parking lot, and then you went all the way around through the drive-thru, whatever, right? That's how you did it. I was kind of like in the back area, so I guess I had ran towards the back to get off with somebody, and they fucking hit me with the fucking, I don't know if it was a glass, or to this day, I don't know what it was. I had all kinds of glass shattered in my face. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to show you guys right now. Even to this day, I still have a scar that's real deep that runs right here. It still leaks. Sometimes it bleeds. I don't know. They fucking got me good. I think there's glass in there or something. I never went and got checked out, but I know I was just leaking everywhere, fucked up. And I took off walking to the homeboy Aldo's house. And I remember I was knocking on his door and his brother Kino answered, rest in peace, man. He was like, what happened, fool? I said, I got fucked up. Hey, Beto's, a taco shop, right? And that was it. I woke up in a pool of my own blood. Now, it's happened on several occasions. You would think I'd be used to it by now. But I'm not used to it, gente. I can never get used to it, right? There's been plenty of situations where people get fucked up and you know, they wake up and they can't recall what happened, you know. I've been stabbed, hit with bats, maimed. I think a lion bit me one time. You know what I mean? I think a hyena drugged me by my toe. I don't know. But in the game that you play, man, and I'm only telling these stories because I want you to understand that, you know, it's not fun and games, man. It's not, it's real life situations out there. People are really getting fucked. They're really getting hurt, you know, especially with the social media stuff. There's a lot of people that wolf on each other, a lot of people that disrespect each other and think that they're never going to see each other, or think that they won't catch you slipping, or think that they won't catch you, you know, at the corner on a block or in a Walmart or in a motherfucking wherever it is, right? Yeah, you will get caught, man. Your time will come to shine, man. What are you going to do? You know, are you going to put someone down and then go do a whole bunch of time behind just some knick-knack paddywhack bullshit? Or are you going to fucking wake up in a pool of your own blood? Well, I'm here to tell you, man, both situations ain't good. You know, then what happens? You go to prison or you go to jail, man, and you're constantly doing removals. You're constantly involving yourself in stuff where you're leaving other people in blood, man. There's a lot of sangre that gets spilled. Whether it be your own people or other people, man, you have to think before you do things. When you want to go out there and apply your pressure. Be that one. But when you're sitting down for the duration, Holmes, don't cry over it. Just do your time. Although I fucking have been involved in a lot of things, man, some things that I probably haven't been caught up for. I mean, I don't know, but we're not going to talk about it. I don't wish that upon no one, man, because it's definitely a bad situation. You know, sometimes you feel it, sometimes you don't, you know. Anyways, those are just little things I wanted to talk about. I wanted to put the story out there and fuck it, you know what I mean? Might as well speak on it. I remembered it. It was old school, man. Beto's Taco Shop was popping back in the days. And I got fucked up. And then the story with Squeaky, more to that story was, should have never did that to the homie, man, because karma caught up. We ended up, after that, I ended up kicking it with him a little bit. He got all high-powered, man. He got some status within the gang, got clicked up and affiliated with, you know, the higher powers that may be, and he got out and was applying pressure. Eventually, man, karma caught up to him and he got smoked. It's part of the game, right? Gang banging is real, man. It's definitely real. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive to struggle, the struggle to strive. And I'm going to continue to drop my jewels and my war stories, man. And hopefully you can take something from it and understand that when you think it's all fun and games and people are playing out there, they're not fucking playing out there, man. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, strive, and tell you the stories that I tell you because they're all truth, facts, and real, man. You know, enjoy life. Don't let it enjoy you. Because, ¿sabes qué? You'll wake up in a pool of your own sangre. Bang, bang.